bought this plant and container for my husband for Father's Day. And I realize he's not my father, he's my husband, but he gave me 2 wonderful sons, so I thought he deserved something nice back. He said he wanted a succulent. He loves succulents, so I went and bought him this beautiful container. And my best girlfriend tells me all the time, go ahead and spend a little more money for containers like this, because in the long run it costs you less because there's so many beautiful plants in here. I have 6 of these beautiful healthy plants. I'm sure if I bought them individually it would have been $5 to $7. Not counting how much that would cost, I have no idea. It is so big. And then we have this in the center. When all this outgrows this pot, I will put them in other containers. So I should be able to do 2 or 3 containers next year just with what's in this container. Because you know, succulents are great. Once they start getting big, you can start dividing them out and making more containers. My very best girlfriend also gave me this wonderful scarecrow, and it was to use last Halloween and I didn't get around to it. She's probably going to think it's funny that we're putting it in the garden in the middle of spring. But my husband saw it and said, oh, I want that in my container. So what he wants, he gets. We don't care what time of the year it is. He got his little scarecrow in his container. Here's an update of my corn in the front yard. Some of them have some beginnings of some ears and don't. This one doesn't have any at all yet. And I don't really have too much corn that I'm growing, but I'm growing a little. Next year I'll probably grow twice as much or 3 times. But I got a late start on my garden, so I at least put a few items in. And I have 2 ears starting on this one stalk. And this stalk also has 2 ears. This one just has one just now starting. And the same with this is just one. In the same area I have my pretty daylilies that I have. And I try to get as many different colors and shapes and sizes of them as I can find. I have a tomato out here and it looks like I'm going to have tomatoes pretty soon, because look at all the pretty flowers coming up on my tomato plant. And this plant is the name of it right here. It's a tomato large cherry. I've never grown this, so I can't tell you how big they're going to be. I will give you an update in a couple more weeks and we'll see what happens. And this one, I think it's another golden berry, but I can't swear because I saw this plant growing in a pot, so a seed must have flown over to it. So I brought it out here and planted it in the front. Here's another little tomato. It's got a lot of little flowers on it. And this is going to be a cherry tomato. So it's tiny ones and it hasn't gotten too big. And this one, let's see what that says. I think this is the purple one. Yeah, this is the purple tomato. I bought one of these last year and it was the best tasting tomato. So I'm hoping this year this one's going to be good too. So far, haven't got one flower on it, so I'm hoping it's going to produce some tomatoes. And here's some more corn. So far it only has one little ear there. And this one back here is just barely starting and has 1 ear. This doesn't have any yet. And this one here has just the 1 ear. And this one here just has the 1 ear, but it's just starting to. So we will hope for the best on the corn. Next year I'll be growing a lot more corn, than I did this year. I just got a really late start between all the problems out here in California. Let's go check out my tomatoes. I need some water. I'm going to water it in just a couple minutes. Oh, I just noticed. It is starting to get tomatoes on it. These are the little tiny tomatoes. Can you see them there? Just starting out. So they'll get a little bit of water, and I see a lot of flowers on this one, so it's going to be producing pretty quick. I hope you guys can see the little tomatoes. So I'm all excited about this one. My carrot is just about done dropping seeds, as you can tell. I'm going to leave it alone for another couple of weeks, for another month, and then I'll pull it out. It really gave me a lot of joy to see how beautiful this plant got and how long it flowered and looked beautiful. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not. You can see it's almost done. We'll let it see what it's going to do. I'm praying I'm going to get lots of carrots in here with all my Swiss chard. And let's go see another one of my tomato plants. And you can see these tomatoes are doing really good too. They're getting a lot of tomatoes in here. And they're going to be the bigger, I don't know how big they're going to be, but they're a little bigger than. I like the smaller ones better because they don't seem to get bugs and they ripen better. Oh, there's a good picture of the tomatoes. So I'm getting quite a few. It smells so good to be over here and smell all these tomatoes. So, but you can see I have a lot of flowers coming on. And I'm going to have a lot of tomatoes pretty soon. I don't know how this one's doing. It doesn't look like it's getting any flowers on it. And it looks like I let it dry a little too much by accident. Ah, well, you know what happens in this hot Southern California weather. Well, it looks like I'm starting to get some tomatoes on this one too. There's a little baby tomato right there. These are the Italian tomatoes. I think that's my first one. Oh, I got a couple more in here. I guess there's a few more. Let's see if you can see them. So they're coming up. I'm getting flowers, so they're doing fine. I'm going to come over here and water these really good too. Tonight and tomorrow morning. It's been really hot. It's back in the 90s again. Here's another one of these Italian tomatoes. And you can see it's getting tomatoes too. Oh, here's one a little bigger back over here. If you can see it, I don't know if you can see it or not. So it's doing pretty good. Oh, I love the smell of the tomatoes when I touch them. So good. And over here we have a bunch of eggplants. And they're doing pretty good. Need to get in here and water them too.